Our wedding, not mine and his, me and Jeremy's. We are 9 months away. So I'm super excited about that. Jeremy started his new part-time job. He's going to be great at it. And
He's already great at it.
Yeah, he's already great at it. I'm nervous.
Yeah.
North Carolina.
Okay, there you go. Carrie's got North Carolina for it all.
Yep. They're going to win.
I'm in.
Do I get a beverage too?
I think I'm an Oakland guy. I think the Athletics are a great choice here.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm done.
You know who my sleeper pick is? We'll talk about it when we get
Yeah. I'm going to go make dinner now.
Sound funny. Yep. Do one.
Don't.
Is it? Please call it. What do you mean? Okay.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the We'll See You Later podcast, where we talk all things sports and entertainment from our point of view, brought to you by Happy's Energy and Nutrition. I am your co-host, Jeremy.
And I am Jordan, and we are rocked and ready to go with a lot of content today. We're going to bring up all the good stuff coming this way. March is one of my favorite months, and we're going to roll into it, and you guys are going to be here helping us out with our bracket and our sports with Arkansas. I'm talking about the transfer portal, and all of our other content is coming. Let's go.
We're going to talk a little bit of Arkansas basketball. Transfer portal. What happened? Big bulk. So a little bit about Arkansas basketball, not too much going on other than some people wanting to leave, which we kind of figured would happen. We were bad this year, so sometimes that means we got to lose some folks. So right out of the gate, we lost Joseph Pinion, Harris. Both of those guys did not really contribute at all this year, so it makes sense why they go. The two that kind of get me, Minifield, I was not expecting it. It did. He didn't get to play a lot late. Not sure what happened there, but he announced really fast. I knew him and Muss really liked him.
Yeah.
And so it was that one. It wasn't a shock that he left, but it was kind of a little.
And he bought his time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was a while before he could even play, and he, like I said, he sat and he waited for his time.
Yeah.
Very patiently and very maturely, it seemed like. So him leaving is the shocker to me.
Yes, I thought him and Blocker next year would be a good tandem.
Oh, a great backcourt.
Yeah, I thought they would be a great tandem there. So that one kind of hit me by surprise. And then today, just announced, Devo Davis has entered his name into the transfer portal. We also said it also said in his note, but he's also exploring professional options, which I figured he would try to possibly go overseas because I think he can definitely get a spot somewhere because of his effort and his defense. I think we all saw him leaving. I didn't think that it would be a transfer, to be honest with you. I did think he would probably leave. I love Devo. I know you have mixed feels, but I love Devo because this year, sadly, two Razorbacks that I really enjoyed their whole body of work left, and I hope that people see the entire body of work and not just the last season. KJ Jefferson and Devo Davis. I feel like they get slandered more for how it ended, but not how it started. And to me, Devo was a legend at Oral Roberts whenever he made the game winner to send us to the Elite Eight for the Sweet 16. And then, the dunk at Auburn whenever he teabagged that dude, it's like a meme. And then same with I thought KJ bringing us to a 9-3 season and Traylon Burks, that whole thing. I just hate that. When they ended the way they did, it was kind of like people pointed blame, which kind of sucks. But we figured Devo would leave. The big question, does anybody else leave? I'm sure there will be more.
Yeah.
But there's three that we are hoping to land at least 1-2 of those.
Yeah.
Brazil has a year left. Mark and Battle. Those are the three that if we keep all three, and we can build around them, I think that could be dangerous.
Yeah.
It can be. I think that they can get better together over a year. I'm just not sure. This draft class is so stinking weak.
It's so soft.
That people can leave and take a shot at the NBA. I don't know if he'll get drafted. That's what's crazy about Brazil is we were thinking lottery pick.
Yeah,
now I don't even know if he'll get drafted.
I don't think he will.
But this is a really weak draft class, so I'm not sure if he tests that water or not. But the big question for me, other than the players, is I hope, please, must stay.
That's the one thing. That'll be the hardest loss.
He's not on the hot seat. Like, there's no way. If people say it's his time's up, you're an idiot. We hadn't been
That's
to the
not his
Sweet
fault.
16 since 96.
It's not
And
his
he went
fault.
3 years in a row, and because he had one bad season. Now, if next year we're really bad, it's like, okay, what's going on? Like, what's going on? We've had 2 really down years after your first 3 full seasons where we're not only in the tournament, but winning games. And if we don't make the tournament next year, I get where it's like, okay, hey, is the experiment over? But for one bad year, it's kind of like you got to give them grace. Like, we're looking at this bracket. Kentucky and Duke and North Carolina have all missed the tournament under their coaching of like studs.
Yep.
You know, Coach K has missed the tournament. Calipari's missed the tournament. And so it's like, and no one was like, fire them. They built statues for him. So I don't think it's time to panic, but I'm scared that we as fans and as a whole and the narrative that was painted that we could shove him out the door because he just doesn't want to deal with all the bullshit.
Yeah.
But I hope it doesn't. He says after his interview that he's more motivated than he's ever been.
Saw that. That's true.
And he's working. Like, he's recruiting immediately. He hasn't said anything, and everybody's like looking into his Instagram. It just says head coach. It doesn't say Arkansas basketball, but I'm not sure if it ever did. Yeah. And then his wife deleted Twitter, and everybody wants to talk about it. Like, oh my gosh, they're leaving. I don't think he's leaving. I think if he asks for a raise or an extension, you do everything you can to do it. I think he's earned that because of the impact that he's had already on this program, and this whole state's already freaking out because we're not even in the tournament. When back in the day, we were
happy just to be in.
We were one of those teams that was screaming when they called our name, and we were a 9 seed about to get obliterated by North Carolina as a 1.
Yep.
And now it's like, we get in that tournament, we're going to make some noise. We're going to make it to the second weekend. What are you talking about? So I must pay the man whatever he asks. If he asks for an extension, if he asks for a pink Cadillac from Elvis's front yard, you go get that damn Cadillac. He deserves it. So I hope you stay, Muss. I hope that announcement comes this week and we can talk about it next week, that Muss is in it for the long haul. And I'm excited to see who we start bringing in. And maybe we start doing research this week on some players that we may want to see. And we'll talk about that on the next episode. But Arkansas basketball is just kind of at a standstill when it comes to the announcements. We're just kind of waiting. So there's not a whole lot to talk about other than bye to 4 players.
So glad the season's over.
Yes.
We can move on.
Yes. Well, kind of. Now it's transfer time, and it's this is the exciting part.
Yeah, but that transfers aren't going to matter for another 6 months.
Yes, because we thought last year's transfers were nuts. And
let's see what happened.
We missed the tournament. So we're going to go straight into, guys, we have printed off a bracket, and we are going to go game by game, quickly, game by game, so we don't bore you to death. And we're going to pick this as a group, like Jordan and I as a team here. Now, here's the rules. If we disagree, we both have 2 vetoes. So if I pick so-and-so, he picks so-and-so, or if I pick so-and-so and he just doesn't agree, he can veto it. You get, both of us get 2 vetoes. You can also veto a veto. Okay, but again, that's your vetoes you're using. So use them wisely. If we disagree and we do not want to veto the other person, we have a coin flip.
Coin flip.
We have downloaded an app. Jordan has picked a Vietnam 5,000 dong coin.
Dong.
So that's what we're going to be using. It's pretty cool because when you click it, you could just flick it. And it goes up in the air, does all this little stuff. It's kind of cool. And we will pick the team's heads and tails if we disagree and we don't want to waste a veto. So without further ado, we're going to flip our bracket right here in front of us around, and we're going to pick game by game.
And then if we need to, we'll flip that dong.
Flip that dong! These bottom games
are vetoes in one shot.
Yeah, so these 2 bottom games have already happened. Colorado State waxed Virginia.
Yeah,
and
they did.
Wagner beat Howard. So we have 2 playing games happening today.
Mm-hmm.
I hate the playing games. I don't think they're even a part of the bracket to me. Like,
they're not.
I don't like it. But Grambling, Montana State as a 16 seed, just playing to play Purdue.
Yep.
Who are you going with?
Grambling.
Okay, well, I don't disagree. I don't care.
Okay, Grambling it is. Mark it.
Now, this one kind of is interesting. Boise State and Colorado, I think both are pretty good squads.
Can they both lose?
And where do they have them in the bracket? Are they on your side? Yeah, they're playing Florida, and I don't trust Florida.
I don't trust
And
Florida.
I'll say this has happened a couple years. That play-in team, there's always one that kind of makes a run. We had Syracuse a couple years ago make a run.
And you think it's here? You think this
I
is
think
the game?
I watched Virginia and Colorado State, and I know Virginia plays slow. So it's really hard to tell I think if Virginia would have won, then maybe they could really mess with Texas, because Texas is that team I think that plays up and down.
I was always taught not to mess with Texas.
I was always taught truck Texas.
Tuck Texas.
Yeah, I wanted to say the word, but I think that one of these two teams could make a run. I don't trust Florida. I just don't trust them.
I don't trust Florida.
But we're going to go Boise, Colorado. I don't know why I'm leaning Colorado.
You're leaning Colorado?
Like, that's where my heart tells me. I know nothing about these teams.
You're saying go Buffalo.
Yeah. I kind of want to see Coach Prime in a basketball stadium.
Let's go.
We're going Colorado?
Colorado. I have no argument. Wait, pause. Veto.
Really?
No, I'm not.
So dang it.
That'd be a waste.
Okay. Well, I'm not. I would let you. I don't really care on that one. Okay.
Work our way down.
All right. We're going to start over here, guys, in the East bracket. The number one overall team, UConn. Are we going to go with UConn? Right?
UConn.
Number one versus 16 Stetson.
I'm sorry. I love their hats, but UConn just has it.
Okay. 8-9 matchup. You know what's crazy about this bracket, too? Okay, I know you guys probably can't even freaking read this, but it is what it is. Okay, so
you can listen.
you know what's crazy about the East side is UConn, FAU, San Diego State were 3 out of the 4 teams that were in the Final Four last year.
Yeah.
And San Diego State, UConn was the final.
Mhm.
So, like, this is kind of cool. FAU, everybody was high on them early.
Mhm.
Are we going 8-9 matchup, Northwestern or FAU?
Listen,
I don't think either one beats UConn, but
neither one beats UConn, but in those 8-9 matchups, it always seems like the 9 takes it.
yeah, I just don't know. Yeah.
But if I'm looking at this bracket and I'm picking my 9s over 8s, I've got this is just
You're leaning. Where are you leaning?
I'm leaning, I think TCU beats Utah State. I'm going 8 here, but that's
I don't
that's,
like
that's a
A&M.
story for I don't like A&M.
Everybody's picking Michigan State over Mississippi State too. Like, a lot of people are picking that pick.
I say I'm going to go FAU.
Okay, you want to stick with the 8?
I'm sticking with FAU.
I kind of lean them just because I think that they returned a lot of guys,
Yep.
and so they know how to make a run.
Yep.
And I think that they could handle it. So
Listen,
FAU,
you can have all the freshman stars you want, but when it comes to the tournament, you need the experience.
all right. So UConn and FAU are going 5-12 matchup. It's always the sexy pick. I think you got to have maybe one. I'm not leaning on a 5-12 here. I think San Diego State can beat UAB. I do. That's just me. I think
San Diego State's going to win that game.
I think San Diego State's legit on this one. I don't see this 12 being strong enough.
That is legit enough.
Okay.
Ice, baby.
Auburn at 4, Yale at 13. Yale, I only heard this. Yale beat Princeton, who is 5 games under 500, on a comeback win to get into this tournament.
I'm not.
So I'm not.
This isn't even a
Auburn.
Yeah.
I think Auburn's. I don't know,
I've got
but
Auburn in the Sweet 16.
they're hot. They're hot.
They won the SEC tournament. They have experience. They have length. They have defense. Like they are a sneaky pick for me. I think it's going to be a close game between them and UConn.
Okay.
But
BYU at 6. I don't even know how to say this school's
Duquesne. Yep, the S is silent.
Okay, Duquesne at 11. Do we like a 6-11 mismatch? I do like one. It's not here.
Okay.
It's up. I like possibly 2 6-11 matchups. This is not one. I think BYU is actually pretty good.
Then,
And I know nothing about Duquesne.
Okay, then I like the way Duquesne sounds. So we're either coin flipping or you veto and give me. And
We'll
take
coin
BYU.
flip. I don't think it's worth it.
Flip that 5,000 dong piece.
All right, here we go. Coin flip. Heads is BYU, by the way. Tails will be
Duquesne.
Duquesne. It is going. It is going. It is going. Tails.
Tails. All right,
Duquesne. We
Duquesne.
go. I don't like it.
Do you want to veto it?
No, I'm not.
All
wasting
right.
it.
He had his chance, ladies and gentlemen. BYU by 90.
BYU wins this game 85-53. Watch this happen.
When is that game?
Duquesne's just happy to be here, and we just voted them to win the first round.
We didn't. The dong chose.
Yeah, but no, the only reason the dong chose is because you made that happen. I think BYU waxes that ass. I think BYU could beat Illinois.
You had your chance to veto.
I'm not going to veto it that early because I don't have BYU going far enough, but I do think that BYU could beat Illinois.
I don't even have Illinois winning.
You have Morehead State? Is that just because of the name?
I don't.
Okay, you have Illinois?
I have Illinois.
Okay. Yeah. Illinois at 3 versus 14 Morehead State. We're going to Illinois.
Yep, we're going Illinois. The hook. Oh.
Okay, so this is a sexy pick as well. Washington State and Drake, the 7-10 matchup. A lot of people leaning Drake.
I like Drake.
Okay, yeah, we'll go with it.
It's the only time you will ever hear me say I like Drake.
Yeah.
And
then following that,
Drake is an untalented.
South Dakota State, Iowa State. Are we both going to Iowa State here?
Yes.
You think they're going to get through? Okay.
Yeah, Austin, I said it. Drake is terrible.
Okay, so East first round is done. You want to go over to the South side now? We'll switch it to you.
Yeah. So we're gonna. Oh God, my handwriting is atrocious.
Mine is bad too.
Is this even a question? Houston and Longwood.
I'm sticking with Houston. I think we're both thinking Longwood though, right?
I'm always. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm going Houston. I think I'm not gonna lie to you. I think all number ones win first round. I don't think it's gonna happen. Houston. Okay, so this one right here, 8-9 matchup, Nebraska, Texas A&M. We beat A&M, and then I just don't trust them. I think they can do it.
Have you seen Nebraska's guard?
No, I hear he's a stud, top 5 guy.
The Asian Steph Curry.
Okay, so
that dude,
I don't trust A&M at all.
He has more confidence shooting than Bat does,
Mm.
and it is a smooth shot.
Okay,
and he is hot right now. I don't know what Big Ten in that tournament. The dude was on fire.
okay, so we'll go Nebraska. I think A&M could win this game by 15, but they could lose by 15. Like they're so they're kind of like Arkansas, very spotty. Couldn't trust them.
I don't trust many SEC teams in the tournament right now.
Kentucky, I do. I like Kentucky.
Yeah, they have no defense.
But they can score.
All right, Wisconsin and James Madison.
This is the 5-12 that I kind of think is sexy.
I'm a JMU fan.
I'm going to go James Madison. Watch Wisconsin win by 100 now because we're pulling it.
No, we're pulling.
But I very much in love JMU here.
Duke and Vermont.
Duke.
Yeah.
By a million.
You happy, sis?
I like Duke as well. Oh, she's a diehard?
She is a diehard.
Okay, so this right here, this 6-11 is intriguing because of NC State being hot late. NC State went on a run, won the 5 games in 5 days to get in.
Yep.
So they are that Kimball Walker-esque, like that feel that they could make a run.
They've got the swagger right now.
I still think Texas Tech could ruin the shit out of them.
You think they're just going to...
I'm afraid that NC State, now that they don't have that high, that was it.
Well, and when was their last game?
Sunday.
Yeah, so they've cooled off.
Saturday.
It's basketball. You cool off real quick.
So I think they come back down to reality. I think Texas Tech can take them. I think Kentucky beats them anyway.
Listen,
this next game, man,
comes down to
it's really hard for me to trust Florida because I think Florida they do the same thing. Florida plays up or down to competition, and I don't know. I don't know why, but there's always that run. One of these play-in games, like they can make a run. I think this game's close.
So what do you have here?
I don't know. I think this is a close game. My heart right now is staring at Colorado.
Okay.
But I'm scared that I don't know. I just don't trust Florida.
Do you want to coin flip it? If you're unsure?
No.
You're going
I'm
Colorado.
going to pick Colorado, and I'm going to let you, if you choose Florida, we can coin flip it.
I don't choose Florida. I don't trust Florida.
Okay, so
Florida's too streaky.
I think Colorado. I do. Go Buffs. I hope they win tonight. Watch Boise do it.
I say our bracket could be busted real quick.
But I say, watch Boise do exactly what we're saying. We just picked the wrong one. I got Marquette.
I've got Marquette in the Final Four.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Veto.
You want Western?
No, I want Marquette in that round. Marquette beats Western Kentucky to 215. All right, we're going to switch over here to the west side.
West side?
I never had that. Or even. All right. North Carolina.
I'll tell you later.
North Carolina playing Wagner. Great game against Howard, by the way. UNC. You're not vetoing that, are you? Okay.
NC.
Okay, so this one's weird. Mississippi State. Michigan State. A lot of people jumping on Michigan State. Do we jump on that? Because you said you like an 8-9. We don't have an 8-9 yet.
Not yet.
I think out of the four,
is this your pick?
this would be my 9. I don't think TCU's worth a damn. I think Utah State could be
TCU is garbage.
So I think that if we're going 8-9, it needs to be the big name Michigan State team, who actually was a preseason top.
I like how hot and confident Mississippi State is, but bracketology, a 9 is going to win.
Right. But
And
do you
that's
think
the
that
9 is
also
gonna-
we just said we don't really trust a lot of SEC. So I like Michigan
State.
Okay.
Put it down. MS.
All right.
Don't even put it down.
This Grand Canyon
Put it
team.
down.
Now, timeout, though. Timeout. I really like Grand Canyon, but I think St. Mary's could easily make the Sweet 16. They're big. They play defense. They would play Bama in the second round, and Bama trash on defense. I do love Grand Canyon, though, because I want that story, and they can shoot. They're small. St. Mary's is big. It's like a David and Goliath vibe here. What do we roll with?
Are we picking 2 12s?
We could.
We've already
I
got
don't.
one.
Also, McNeese is really. They're really hot,
not
but I
touching-
think
they're
that
not touching
Gonzaga's
Gonzaga.
legit. I think Gonzaga's a Sweet 16er over there as well. Do we? There's at least one on the board. Do we want two here? I love Grand Canyon. I just hate that they pulled St. Mary. If they would have pulled a Gonzaga, if they would have pulled a San Diego State, even if they would have pulled a Wisconsin, I think Grand Canyon all day. This St. Mary's team, a lot of people are high on them even to beat North Carolina. Like they're calling for St. Mary to possibly be an Elite 8 team. I just don't know
like
anything about it.
I'm with you. I like Grand Canyon. I want to see them do well, but I don't.
I don't know anything about St. Mary, but they're talking big versus little. What do we have? Do we have the heart of a lion, or are we going to stick with the big bully
Coin flip.
You want a coin flip,
Flip the
or do you
dong.
want to pick it?
Nope, flip the dong.
Because if you
I can't pick
okay, heads is what?
the top team.
Heads is St. Mary.
Yep.
12 Grand Canyon will be tails. We are in the air.
Yep. What's the dong gonna say? Oh, it even makes a sound.
Heads.
All right.
We're going St.
St.
Mary's
Mary's.
just off that. I'm sorry, Grand Canyon, because if you win, I'm cheering for you.
I'm still cheering for you. I will get a jersey.
I think Bama waxes Charleston. Okay. All right, right here. 6-11. I think Clemson's trash.
I think Clemson is garbage.
New Mexico?
I think.
All right.
That's a. I'm going with that upset. Clemson is trash.
Baylor, Colgate. I don't think Colgate's got one in
Baylor.
there. Yeah, I don't think Toothpaste has got
Baylor has the experience.
Same.
too.
Dayton at 7, Nevada at 10.
I like Dayton.
Do you?
I do.
I think this might be a coin flip because I think they seeded these backwards.
Oh,
I think Nevada should be a 7 and Dayton should be a 10.
you think so?
So I'm either going to say coin flip or you can veto the coin flip.
Mm-mm.
Well, you want to coin it?
Mhm.
All right.
I'm all about Flip the 5,000 dong piece.
All right. So heads is Dayton, tails is Nevada. I'm kind of feeling Nevada.
I think it's so loud. That was a big bounce.
Hails Nevada.
Nevada, it is.
Come on,
Nevada. Nevada. Oh, come on, Arizona over Long Beach State. Zona.
All right, first
Down to
round
the
is
Midwest. Here we
done
go.
on my side. We're going your side. Last bracket, the most fraudulent team in the bracket, Purdue.
Fraudulent?
I hate them.
They
I
have
think
the
that
best player in the NCAA.
no, they do not have the best player. They have the tallest player. It's a much bigger. Like that's not the.
You don't think Edie just has the skills?
No, I think he wears Pampers. I don't like him. I think he's garbage. I think his head is literally too big, but people are gassing him up. I think he's boo-boo.
This is where we're going to have problems. I have Purdue in the finals.
Not even close. Not even close. I can think of...
But you have Purdue beating Michigan State.
Yes, or Graham.
Montana State or Graham.
Yes. We had Graham. We have Colorado actually winning 2 games.
What?
We have them winning this one.
Oh, I was about to say, no, we don't.
We like Purdue here, but Purdue's that I think they're frauds.
Speaking of frauds, I think TCU is a fraud.
I do too. I like
Utah State over TCU.
I think Utah State might scare the shit out of Purdue. I think they might scare them. I don't trust Purdue, bro.
Stop it.
Every single time we have tried to put our eggs in that basket, there's a damn hole in that basket every time.
Stop it.
Them and who else? Virginia.
Virginia's all.
Purdue in the tournament, couldn't trust them. It's like a fart. Don't trust them. Gonzaga. I think that everybody's on this McNeese team because they can win, they can score. I just think Zaga's the big deal. I think Zaga could beat Purdue. Now, this next one is a
tricky one.
It is because Kansas is apparently limping in.
We've got Kansas and Samford here.
Mm-hmm. And Kansas is limping in. There's 2 guys, one that might not play, one I think is definitely out. They're starters. Like, this is a sexy pick for everybody, is Samford over Kansas. Now, do we take that chance?
But are we pulling off 2 upsets in the same bracket?
Now, the big thing with Samford is it an upset? Because Samford will go. Samford, I'm pretty sure, is a full court press. They're 40 minutes of hell.
40 minutes of hell.
And Kansas is missing 2 starters.
Okay.
So that's where I'm like, I don't know if we take 2 upsets, if this even is an upset, because they're coming in very vulnerable. Is it an upset? Now, if they were fully healthy, then we have a debate. But who's your other upset that you're thinking? Oregon?
I think Oregon over South Carolina.
Yeah, so I don't think that that's an upset.
Okay.
I don't know.
So we're just going to back-to-back this? We have Samford,
it's your call.
Over
if
Kansas
you think Kansas can pull it, we will flip it.
I don't think Kansas can pull it with the injuries.
That's the thing. There's one guy is questionable, one guy's out.
And I understand they have great recruiting, great freshmen and transfer portals, but...
And Samford's hungry. Like, they're coming.
That's a chemistry killer.
Yeah.
So, all right.
I like Samford here. I don't know if this is a great pick, but I'm go for it.
Bracketology. Here we go.
Arkansas is not in this damn bracket, so I don't care what happens. Sorry, the first round's going to take us a minute, guys. And we literally have this is just now seeing the bracket.
Again, back to not trusting SEC teams. I've got Oregon over South Carolina.
I'll take it. I don't hate that at all.
No argument?
I will take it. I think Creighton is a good next pick as well. Next pick is number 3, Creighton, and number 14, Akron. I think Creighton's legit.
I think Creighton's an Elite 8 team.
Okay. I like Creighton. Creighton almost finished with a round of 32. I will say this. I am not going to give you advice, guys, at all, on a bracket because I suck at them.
See how bad this is.
Yeah. Texas and Colorado State. After watching Virginia, Colorado State, there was a snooze fest. So I hope Texas wins. Even that's the first time you'll ever hear me say that. I hope Texas wins just to see a Texas-Tennessee match because that Colorado State.
Oh, you have Tennessee winning.
There's no way St. Peter's is beating Tennessee. There's no way. Lightning in a bottle doesn't strike twice. No way. You just said, are we picking 2 upsets, and then you want to pick that?
I don't think
bullshit.
that's an upset.
That's massive.
Tennessee over St. Peter's, everybody.
Tennessee is, okay, number 2. We didn't have anything crazy big. All right.
Back up
First
to the
round's
top.
done. We're going back over here to the east side where we started. UConn, number 1 versus number 8 FAU. I'm going UConn here.
Contest.
All right. This one right here. This one right here.
Experienced over
number. We almost chalked. No, we didn't chalk it. We really went a little cuckoo with the. What are they called again?
Duquesne.
Okay, so number 5 San Diego State versus number 4 Auburn.
Mm-hmm.
What are we leaning? Auburn, red hot. San Diego State coming off of a championship run. They got second last year. Great defense, great experience. Then you got Auburn with Bruce Pearl, who was crying on the bench, and that team's fighting like hell for him. I'll tell you who I want to pick because I hate Auburn and San Diego State, but I don't know. I kind of would like to see a San Diego State UConn rematch.
I think you have to have the San Diego State.
Yeah, but I can also see Auburn making it in there and making it interesting on UConn.
Listen, we're not going to have any SEC teams in the Sweet 16.
That's not true. Tennessee could make a run.
Tennessee is not
or Kentucky.
getting out of this right here.
Or Kentucky. All right, so let's go San Diego
Kentucky's
State.
not getting out of this.
San Diego State.
Yeah, I think San Diego
Okay,
State.
San Diego State over Auburn.
If we're being realistic, I think San Diego State. They're hungry. They're going to want to go against UConn again.
All right, I think Illinois and your Duquesne thing, it's over. I think Illinois is legit.
Duquesne's going to have their moment in the sun, and Illinois is going to Illinois.
Okay. You want to get froggy here and jump with Drake over Iowa State?
Is Drake going to be our Cinderella story?
No.
Then no.
No, Samford. No, I'm kidding.
No, I'm with Iowa State.
You think Iowa State?
I think Iowa State.
This is also another team that always scares me because for some reason in the tournament, they have a great squad coming in and then they slip somewhere. They've always been notorious for slipping.
I don't think that happens this year, and not against Drake.
You don't think Drake's got the firepower?
I think
Iowa State's all that defensive squad. They don't score normally a lot. They're like that defensive, long, lanky team. You think number 2 Iowa State holds on?
I'm gonna have to, yeah.
Okay, so we almost chalked it here. We went 1, 2, 3, 5 in the East side.
Listen, these are the fun picks. This is where you just have to be smart.
Sure.
Give me that.
All right, we're going over to the South side.
South side.
Houston, number 1 versus number 8 Nebraska. Are you going to roll with this guy being a hot dude, or do you think Houston as a whole gets it done?
Even Steph Curry couldn't get his team, really far.
He won 2 games.
This guy may be fantastic.
But
he may
Houston
be a
as
top
a
10
whole
draft
gets
pick,
him.
but Houston will smack the ever-loving crap out of him.
Okay. I agree. I think Houston wins against number 8 Nebraska. I think the dream is over for them. James Madison and Duke.
Who's your Cinderella team this year? Because it's going to happen. Somebody's going to make it to the Sweet 16 that has no business being there. And my picks are I either have New Mexico or JMU. Those are my
I also like Oregon.
I don't think. Oh yeah, I guess they are.
I don't know if Creighton, because Creighton's wishy-washy though. They were supposed to be a 1 seed this year.
They were.
Fell to a 3. Great experience.
They found their groove. Yeah, it took a little bit. But, okay.
It's hard because they're good.
It's Duke versus the Dukes.
Mm-hmm.
What you got? What is your pick?
I want to say Duke could beat Houston, but I also would love to see JMU. But Duke couldn't even beat Arkansas. That was early. Duke's hot. Duke's 4. Houston got throttled in their game in the championship game. I think that they could win the first 2 easily, but when we get to that Sweet 16, I think it's the real deal.
My Duke is my vote. JMU's cute, but
I love JMU. I would love that 12 to happen. I just don't know if it's going to happen.
Not against Duke.
I think Duke beats them. Sadly, we're chalking it. Now this one's interesting. It's hard because they're good.
It's Duke versus the Dukes.
Mm-hmm.
What you got? What is your pick?
I want to say Duke could beat Houston, but I also would love to see JMU. But Duke couldn't even beat Arkansas. That was early. Duke's hot. Duke's 4. Houston got throttled in their game in the championship game. I think that they could win the first 2 easily, but when we get to that Sweet 16, I think it's the real deal.
My Duke is my vote. JMU's cute, but
I love JMU. I would love that 12 to happen. I just don't know if it's going to happen.
Not against Duke.
I think Duke beats them. Sadly, we're chalking it. Now this one's interesting because a lot of people are picking Kentucky to make it to even the Elite 8, or even I have people that I've seen they want UConn Kentucky in the final.
I don't get it. I've watched Kentucky play this year.
They can score though.
They can, but they have no defense.
They can score. I don't know much about Texas Tech.
Defense wins
to where I'm not confident enough to pick Texas Tech because I don't know anything about them.
Listen,
I do know that Kentucky can put up 100+ points multiple games in a row. I don't know if Texas Tech can do that.
I don't think Texas Tech can do it.
Like that's where
I don't trust Kentucky, but at the same time, I don't think Texas Tech can keep up with them.
like you might be able to stop Kentucky a little bit, but they're going to
gonna-
score.
it's gonna be a
85
sprint.
plus. I don't know anything about Texas Tech's offense to know like they're going to put up. They'll stay with you the whole time.
Yeah.
I don't know if they can. I think Kentucky. Just because I don't know anything about you, Texas Tech. Now this pick,
no, it's Marquette.
this pick,
The pick is Marquette.
this pick for some reason about a Buffalo. It's just calling my name.
Go ahead. What's your pick? What's your pick here?
I'm going to say Colorado.
Yeah, veto. I will use my one.
Okay. One veto done for Jordan. I think Colorado will do it.
They are not going.
Someone's
to,
making a push.
and it's not them.
Okay. Oh, going to switch now? All right. Going back over here to the west side to the Sweet 16, North Carolina, Michigan State. I think North Carolina.
North Carolina.
I do. I don't think Michigan State has it. I think North Carolina's very good.
Very good team.
Ain't Mary and Bama. Bama, great offense, very spotty right now. Limping in. St. Mary's very disciplined. Defense slows you down. What happens? Can they slow down Bama enough to beat them and frustrate them, or does Bama figure out a way? I'm telling you, this is going to be a lower scoring game for Bama, or Bama finds a way and just runs away with it.
I don't think so.
Like it's kind of like how Virginia and Colorado State, Virginia slowed down, but no one told Colorado State that, and they couldn't stop Colorado State. Can a veteran St. Mary's team slow down a Bama and frustrate them and beat them?
Yes.
Because I think this is like a 60s, high 60s game on a good day.
I think that low.
I think maybe we touch 70, but we're probably going to be in the 60s from their side, unless they can score too, because Bama cannot stop anyone either.
Mm-mm.
But I think St. Mary's is a slower paced team. I just don't know if they can get up. Maybe they do. Maybe St. Mary's changes their way and just starts going with them, but they're big.
Who you got?
I like St. Mary.
St. Mary. I do not argue.
New Mexico and Baylor. Number 11, New Mexico has made the first weekend. They've upset number 6 Clemson in our minds. Do they upset number 3 Baylor?
Yes.
You think so?
That is a yes. That's going to be my Cinderella story.
Okay.
I think they make it to the Sweet 16.
Yeah, you don't think they go any further? 'Cause
No.
You probably have Zona
I have.
or you have Nevada. I want Baylor, I think, in this one. If we're going to go with Nevada, or I don't know. I like Oregon. I'm picking Baylor, and you can either do your second veto or we coin flip this thing.
You better flip that thing. I'm not
Flipping it?
I'm not wasting my second veto.
All right, I
New
pick
Mexico.
Baylor. You pick New Mexico. I think everybody's picking New
Flip
Mexico.
the dong.
Heads New Mexico, tails Baylor.
What a bounce.
Heads New Mexico.
New Mexico. Let's go.
Send her home.
Cinder.
Nevada, Arizona. If I'm going New Mexico, then I'm going back to Arizona.
Zona.
And watch us have a 10-11.
And then we're going to have the Battle of the Deserts.
Okay, so we're going to Arizona.
Oh, yeah. And then on to the Midwest.
This Midwest is the fun one. Number 1, Purdue. Number 8, Utah State. You give me Utah State 10 days out of the week.
Shush.
You tell Zach Edey to start preparing for the draft where he's going to get drafted and do nothing.
Well, do you want to
Utah State.
Waste your veto here?
This is just the fun side. You got Purdue?
I've got Purdue.
Purdue over Utah State?
Purdue over Utah State.
I think Purdue's full of shit.
Okay. Are you going to use your veto or do you trust the coin flip?
I'm going to trust the coin flip.
Okay.
I'm not vetoing. I'm going to veto towards the end because I know you're going to make up some BS down here. Like, especially that Marquette, and then you're probably going to have, yeah, no.
How do you not trust Marquette?
Huh?
How do you not trust Marquette?
I never trust them. They're never there. They're never there at the end.
Jimmy Butler is ashamed right now.
He's also not there. Okay, so heads Purdue, tails Utah State.
Let's see.
I just think Purdue's frauds.
Don't forget to flip it.
Damn. It's heads. Purdue. Damn it.
You know the coin flips went my way every time.
I think Purdue loses there, guys. Let that be noted. Purdue does not make it to the second weekend. Gonzaga, Samford. Yeah, we'll go with Zags. I don't feel bad on that one.
Here's where we've got a little.
Yeah, Oregon's Creighton. So you're going New Mexico over here as your Cinderella. I don't know why I want the Ducks to be mine. I do like Creighton though. I like them. I don't know why I'm going Ducks.
You ready?
That's just me.
I'm not even gonna coin flip. I'm gonna let you have this one.
Okay, Oregon. That could be a
it.
horrible pick because I feel like my Cinderella should have been Utah State. I should have vetoed it and I didn't. Purdue.
Too late now.
Purdue sucks. All right, if you say Texas over Tennessee, you're smoking crack. Texas frauds. I don't even have. Yeah. I only have them winning there because the other one's a snooze fest. I think Tennessee by 1 million. You're sticking with it? Oh wow. Vols, okay. And I hate both those schools. Okay, so our Sweet 16, we're going back to the East. UConn, San Diego State. I still think UConn. They're sexy.
UConn's nasty.
They gotta lose somewhere, right? They have to.
No, they don't.
Oh no.
Oh no, what? You have Kentucky winning this whole damn thing. I swear.
All right. UConn beats San Diego State. Illinois, Iowa State. It's so hard for me just to trust Iowa State.
I don't trust Iowa State.
That's the hard part. I'm not saying I trust Illinois. Iowa State, for some reason, always does something stupid and loses.
Here's the thing. They always do something until they don't.
They always lose it somewhere, and I don't know where it's going to be. I think Illinois.
I think Illinois.
Oh, wow. We've agreed.
Listen, I need you to start using these vetoes. I only got one left.
Okay, so our Elite Eight on the East side right now is going to be UConn versus Illinois. Houston versus Duke. This is a tough one. My gut says Duke, but I'm just always nervous because Duke's kind of in the same boat as me. Like, are they going to make the run or are they going to slip up? Houston's veterans. This is supposed to be their year. They've been the number one team for 85% of the season. And then UConn just took them because of the way they lost in the championship.
I've got Duke.
You think that they're okay? I don't think we can push ones all that far though, but maybe. I don't know. I want to say Duke. The veterans on the Houston side is going to be really tough. Screw it, Duke. Because I'm going to save my veto for this next one.
Marquette.
Why? Marquette versus Kentucky. Tell me why, besides other than you hate Kentucky. I just think John Calipari in March and not Marquette is that team that always, whenever it's against these big dogs, they're there, but they lose. And that's what scares me with a Marquette team.
I don't care who's here. I've got Marquette in my Elite Eight.
Why? Like, who do they have that I don't know?
I cannot tell you a single player on their team.
So why are we picking them?
Because I like Marquette.
Then we're coin flipping, or you're using your last.
I'm not using my veto. Are you going to use your veto? Are you going to trust the coin flip? I am 3 for 3.
I'm trusting the coin flip. I think Kentucky.
Flip the dong.
I'm saving it just in case you put up some bullshit.
Well, we've only got 3 games left.
I'm good with it because I have a veto on your veto. So if you veto me back, the big one I should have done was Utah State. Because I think that's going to happen. Okay, heads Kentucky, tails Marquette. I haven't won a freaking flip yet, I don't think. I might have won one early for no reason. Damn it. Tails. Marquette wins against Kentucky. Let it be known. I honestly thought the opposite of this. I thought Houston and Kentucky.
But you said Duke.
Yeah, I know. I still think Houston's got them because of the vets. I think North Carolina beat St. Mary.
North Carolina's in the finals.
I like North Carolina. You think they beat UConn?
I think so. Maybe. I don't know. At this point, I'm just gaslighting.
Okay. New Mexico runs out of steam here for me, and Arizona beats them.
Okay.
Yeah, I think if anybody beats Arizona, it would have been like a Nevada-Dayton.
Okay.
But I think maybe a Baylor. But since we have New Mexico going, I just don't see them beating Zona. I think Arizona's too good.
They're time has run.
So we have 6 teams in our Elite 8 so far with UConn, Illinois, Duke, Marquette, North Carolina, and Arizona. Okay. This is our we have 1-1 out. To me, they're bounced out already. So I'm picking Gonzaga over Purdue just because in my brain, it should be Utah State. I think Utah State would be in the Elite 8. I think Utah State, if we could veto that shit right now, Utah beats Purdue and beats Gonzaga. Just because my gut tells me.
I will allow a one-time backtrack if you want to use your veto on that.
No, we have to stick with it. I got to follow the rules, sadly. Just let it be known. I don't know why, because I don't even know anything about Utah State.
I don't know anything about Marquette.
For some reason, Utah State, I feel like, could beat Purdue and Gonzaga and be that Cinderella team and then probably get waxed by Tennessee. I don't know why, but I'm leaving it.
Cinderella team going to the Elite 8?
I don't know. I think
Right now,
Gonzaga because Purdue's dead to me already.
I won't argue that.
Oh, watch Purdue win it all. I'm going to be pissed. They're frauds. You know why they're frauds? Because we beat them.
That's your only thing you're living on.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't see Tennessee losing this. I think that Tennessee's actually really good. I don't think they win it all, but I don't think that maybe Oregon could beat them. I just don't think that Cinderella's dancing anymore.
Another reason that I chose Marquette, I do not think 2 SEC teams make it in the Elite 8.
Mm.
And I knew you were going to bring the Tennessee here, so I had to force.
But I like Kentucky more than I like Tennessee. But I like them more. But I just don't see Tennessee having much trouble unless Creighton does beat Oregon. Then I'm screwed.
Final 4. Did you think I was going to throw it?
Yeah, I did.
I would not do that.
All right, UConn, Illinois. If we're gonna have them lose,
It ain't there.
I don't know if it's here.
It's not there. They breeze through their side of the bracket.
You're gonna go UConn to the Final 4?
I do, yeah.
Okay, UConn wins their bracket, just like everybody's saying. Now, does Arizona make it to Phoenix?
I don't know.
Over North Carolina?
That's a tough one.
It is.
Arizona's always that team that
Wishy-washy.
is wishy-washy. They're always a freaking 2 or 3 seed.
Who's really good.
Who's really good.
And
then
stumbles.
They get here and fall apart.
Do they fall apart now, or do they get to go against UConn at home almost? That would be a wild one.
I don't know. That's a tough one.
Do we coin flip this, or do we consensus pick one?
I don't have a preference here. I'm not sure between these 2 teams.
So what do we do?
Either you pick one and we go with that, or we coin flip it.
I'm leaning North Carolina.
All right, North Carolina. I do not argue.
Because I think North Carolina could beat UConn.
All right. Here's where the fun
God
begins.
bless.
Take it home.
Do you think Duke over Marquette now?
I like Marquette. I don't think they make it past Duke.
I agree. Damn it, I saved my vetoes for no reason.
JMU all the way to the Final 4. Look at us. Look at us. Look at us.
Gonzaga versus Tennessee. I don't know.
I got Tennessee.
I don't know.
I think Tennessee is feeling confident right now. I don't even know his name. The tall, lanky white kid.
Yeah.
He's got all the swagger.
Let's go Tennessee.
He's the new Timmy.
I'm an idiot.
This is where he becomes the new Timmy.
I'm an idiot.
I'm an idiot.
I'm an idiot. I should have vetoed the Utah State Purdue game. Hands down.
Final 4.
Final 4. UConn, North Carolina, Duke, Tennessee. Are we going to have a UNC Duke final?
And that wouldn't surprise me.
All right, I only want to pick North Carolina because everybody's picking UConn to win. Everyone.
But who do you think's really going to win?
I don't know.
It's not about who.
I think UConn has the best opportunity. They're number 1 team in the country.
Yep.
But that doesn't say that North Carolina can't do it because North Carolina's been impressive all year.
Mm-hmm.
They really have looked good all year long. Every time I've watched them, they're beating the shit out of everybody. My heart, because since my squad's out over here, I don't know why I'm a Utah State fan.
I don't either.
I have no idea. I'm leaning Tar
Heel. I'm going to be
Heel.
getting that phone call when there's 2 minutes left in the fourth
beat
quarter
Purdue.
and they're up 20. I can just hear that phone call.
I'm leaning Tar Heel.
Okay.
What are you leaning?
I don't have an argument because
do we coin flip it?
We can. I love UConn. I believe they are the number 1 team in the country, but North Carolina and that program knows how to finish tournaments.
Yeah. So we flip.
Do you want to flip or do you trust you?
I don't trust nothing.
Okay, flip it.
The only thing I trust is that 8 beating that 1.
Well, you didn't veto it.
Let's flip it.
All right.
Because I really don't know. My heart tells me UConn, but we'll see. I haven't won my heart tells me North Carolina.
If it's tails again, it's been tails a lot.
It's heads. It's UConn.
Okay, you
Damn it. I did it again.
You need to stop coin flipping. All
I
right.
feel like we're just like everybody else.
What do you got?
Blue Devils.
You,
I got Duke just because I hate Tennessee. I never have been, never will be. If you're an SEC fan and you start to cling to that BS, I hate them every game of the year. I hate every SEC school.
so
I don't.
If I veto this, are you going to veto my veto?
Maybe. I don't know. But
So
my thing is this.
You have Duke.
Yes.
And I have Tennessee. I don't have Tennessee. I have Duke. I'm not being.
Oh.
I'm not going to be that guy. So UConn and Duke.
Okay, so my argument is this, and I'm not hating. I understand recruiting. First of all, recruiting.
Jess is going to be so mad at you.
Yes, yes. But, I mean, Smiley, your team made it to the Final Four. Recruiting's dead, by the way. Like, the way that you knew recruiting, over. There is a league, SEC, that, yes, I got you. But just because we, as even Arkansas fans, we do this shit, and it drives me nuts. SEC, I hate that. I hate it. I am not a fan of Auburn. I am not a fan of Bama. Tennessee can go lick a doorknob. Texas can fall down a thing of stairs. They're not in the SEC yet, but they are. A&M, bounce them. South Carolina, bounce them. Who else is in the SEC? Mississippi State, get out of here with your cowbell. I will never in any sport say SEC unless there's a hog attached to it. One,
that's like saying
it does not help recruiting. To say that Alabama's won the last 30,000.
And guess where everybody wants to go?
Alabama. And they will ride the bench.
Greenbow, Alabama.
They will ride the bench before they come to an SEC school with Arkansas.
Yep.
It does not help the SEC. What it does is it helps your brain think that you are attached to something.
Yep. And that's all you got.
Yes. As an Arkansas fan, I've never attached myself
to
a national championship from a Roll Tide. I've never.
Do you think Bama and Auburn are sitting there going, man, we're so glad Arkansas is the number one team in baseball right now?
No, they're chasing them. Same with LSU.
Yeah.
I can't do that. So for me, the recruiting aspect of it is a lie. It helps their recruiting.
Yeah.
It does not help ours. If Michigan winning a national championship in football helped them over Alabama, I like that. I won't see Michigan.
No.
I won't see Bama next year either, thank God. But
so
we're in the finals, and I don't know how we got here, but we're here. UConn Huskies, Duke Blue Devils.
Listen, Blue Devils get their first championship without Coach K.
Does UConn go back to back, or does Duke say we're back?
Duke says we're back. I love a we're back story
over a UConn beatdown.
I do.
You think that, is it Jeremy Roach, his senior year point guard for Duke? The kid's been there since, I think, 93. He's ready.
He's been there since Arkansas beat him in 94.
Okay, so he's ready.
He's ready.
I would lean Duke. Oh, God, Duke's the hardest team, too, because they could lose first round.
They could.
Like UConn,
Vermont?
I'm just saying Duke's that team. They lost that 2-15 matchup to Iona.
All right.
Like, if this happens, I feel like UConn's the better team.
Duke,
but screw it. We'll go Duke Blue Devils.
Blue Devils.
Your national champion 2024 in our bracket, the We'll See You Later bracket. Your Duke Blue Devils win it all. No one's picking that. No one's picking that. And you're lucky that my veto and I didn't even use a veto.
Wasted.
I wasted all the vetoes because Purdue is not making it to the Sweet 16.
You're right. They're making it to the Elite Eight.
No, they're not. Utah State beats Purdue. I have no reason why I'm picking that, but my heart tells me.
I've got Grambling beating Purdue.
That would be hilarious. Duke Blue Devils, guys, wins it all. This might be the worst board I've ever done. Ever.
And it's going to be, and didn't you say you're really bad at this, though?
I'm horrible.
This is going to be the most accurate board he's ever had.
I'm horrible at this.
Now do we have to go actually put this in?
Yeah, we got to add it. We got to update it in.
Okay. Well,
yeah. Okay. I'll take it. I'll take.
All right.
Okay, so I have our bracket is over, guys. Thank you for coming back.
Yeah.
But thank you guys so much for sticking with us on the bracket. We don't know what the hell we're doing here.
Watch, we're gonna be that one person that gets 100% accurate bracket,
But
except for the fact that Colorado.
that was fun. That was fun, and I did not even use a veto. I should have.
Silly.
I mean, watch Purdue wax.
I don't even. What was my veto?
You vetoed
Marquette in Colorado.
Yep, because I picked that one. And no, I think we coin flipped for Kentucky. I was trusting the coin.
You shouldn't have. I won every coin flip, by the way.
I think I won one, which was Nevada over Dayton.
See, well, I don't think we argued that one.
I think we coin flipped it.
We did, but like it wasn't like I picked one, you picked
No,
the other.
I just
we had no idea.
Yeah, I think that's the only coin flip I won though. Okay, so basketball is exciting. The brackets here. I hope you guys are filling it out.
It's that time of the year.
It is. It's so exciting. But we're going to go into baseball. All right, baseball pitch count right over here. Strikeout counts. Jordan, please read the board for us, please.
I can't read backwards. All right, we've got
for the last week. This is last week in the corner.
Okay. 1,
No, you
2, 3, 4.
What are you doing?
5, 6. I'm counting our strikeouts.
They're in the middle. I already did that.
That was a lot of counting. I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
All right, so right now for 2024 strikeouts, we have 251, chasing that 40-year-old record.
Yeah.
50-year-old record.
Is that 50 from 72?
72. God, 50-year-old record.
It's going to be tough to get this record, by the way. It's going to be tough.
A little bit of a slowdown against Oral Roberts. But we picked it back up. I think 12 Ks a game is what is the average we need to have per game?
Going into this past week, it was right at 13.
So now it's going to be like 14.
It's going to be a little bit higher. So,
and we're into SEC play. So
yeah, we're playing a really good team this year. But if you look in that corner, or I'm sorry, this week.
Who do we have this week?
We have Auburn. It's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It's not. They're 23, and it's our first road game.
Nice.
Our road series. Auburn did just lose their series last week, but yeah. Baseball. Let's go recap.
Baseball. Recap.
We swept for the week like we predicted.
What a way to open an SEC
Fantastic.
weekend. Let's freaking go.
Fantastic. Beat Oral Roberts 4-2. All right. That's a hard game because we mix in a lot of new guys. Rotation, the pitching rotation, we try to pitch as many people as we can. Just get a win during the midweek game is happy.
Souza have a weekend.
God, he hit the ball farther than anybody I've ever seen.
Man.
Then we turn around and
did you try to catch it?
No, I'm talking about he hit over the building. We beat Missouri 8-0, 6-0, 9-1 for a whopping, what is that? 23-1.
Beautiful.
In 3 games. Missouri's not good. Not saying they're horrible. They're bottom level SEC, so we took care of business. Super happy. We're going to continue to beat that drum of pitching. We're going to continue to beat that drum of our starting pitching. Hagen Smith on Friday night goes 6 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 10 strikeouts. Brady Tigert, 4 2/3 innings, 1 hit, 0 runs, 7 strikeouts. Couldn't find the strike zone late. Started walking some guys, but still, Will McIntyre comes in, dominated the rest of the game.
He's been playing so great. We got to give him some grace.
We do. His ERA is the best out of the group. Mason Molina goes 5 1/3 inning, 1 hit, no runs, 10 Ks for a grand total of 27 strikeouts between the 3 of them. No runs given up and only 4 hits. Insane.
Just that, like I said, and still, we're another weekend through, and no one told Molina he is the third day pitcher.
No,
please
all
don't
3
tell
of them.
him. Don't tell
They
him.
just keep trying to one up each other.
It's beautiful.
It's fantastic. Hagen Smith, ERA for the year right now, 1.57 through 23 innings, 8 hits, 4 runs, 8 walks, 50 strikeouts on the year. Brady Tigert wants to follow that up. ERA 0.73. The man doesn't even have a 1-point ERA.
That's insane.
Through 24 2/3 innings, 12 hits, 2 runs, 11 walks.
That man's almost got 3 full games.
Mm-hmm. He's
that
given
man's
up
got 3
2
full
runs.
games without giving up. Yeah.
Yep, 2 runs total. And 35 strikeouts for Brady. He just doesn't do the Ks. He's a strikeout guy, but he's going to get you 5 to 8.
And think
whenever you look at Molina getting you 8 to 12.
Think about what you just said.
What?
Brady is still doing so well, and he's not even at his best right now.
No.
What the frick?
I mean, I think he's operating at his best, but Brady's ball moves so much that he's either going to the walks that he's got to, he's been hitting people. Like, they're going to hit the ball, but I don't know if they're going to put it in, like, solid. They're not hitting the ball hard.
Yeah.
Like, with Hagen, if somebody gets around on it, Hagen brings so much to the table that he brings the cheddar for you. If you connect, it's going to go for forever because he's throwing 98.
Yeah.
Molina, hopping into Molina, 2.74 ERA, 23 innings, the same as Hagen, 9 hits, 7 runs, 11 walks. And then now I'm adding Big Mac on there, Will McIntyre, because he's pitching quite a bit.
He's starting to rack
He's
up
actually pitched more than all 3 of these guys. He's got a 1.75 ERA through 25 and 2/3 innings. Does give up 17 hits, 6 runs, 3 walks, 27 strikeouts.
But you got to think about it. If he's coming in, that means the team started hitting.
Yeah, or he's in a bad spot.
He's coming in when it's time to warm, like when the bats are already warm.
Yeah, once we're probably 2.5 to 3 times through a lineup.
I'm not worried about those hits.
No. I think Will doesn't also bring something that you've never seen or overpower you.
Yeah.
Will
he's steady.
He's going to throw strikes. Like, Brady's got that movement.
Yep.
So Brady's walks this weekend was curveballs where he hung it and it just didn't break and he would hit guys, or it would break into the dirt and he couldn't find the strike zone with it.
Yeah.
That's how he was walking people. Will doesn't throw nothing fancy, but for some reason they don't put it into play into the right places. But we're happy, and he's actually getting some really good strikeouts. I love Will and Mason because they don't look like they're supposed to be badasses, and they both are. They're so good. But pitching staff, 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10. You're the best pitching staff to me in America. The rankings come out. We are number 1 again, and sliding up to that 2 spot. 18-1 Oregon State. That one blemish.
That one blemish on their record. Wonder who that came from.
Woo big. This weekend, Arkansas at number 23.
Auburn.
Auburn is 13-6.
Mm-hmm.
They were swept by Vandy. Vandy's looking really good, to be honest with you. Vandy is looking good as the SEC favorite. That's not Arkansas. They lost 11-1. They lost 13-5, and they lost 9-6.
Listen, they're going to need to put up more runs than that.
They are 10-2 at home, 0-3 on the road. So this is a home game for them. Home series. It's our first road trip and our first road test.
And it's time to show who we are.
So this is going to be a flex. Not saying that I don't know if Auburn fans are going to be hyped up for this as much as Arkansas fans are. It's not that far of a drive, so Arkansas should travel pretty well.
And we always have.
It's a top 25 matchup. So this is big. We need to win the series. We've got to keep bringing our stuff. It's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday series as well. It's a little weird. So when this comes out, the Arkansas will be playing the first game. I hope that doesn't.
It's a game tomorrow.
I'm not sure. 6, and it's on SEC Network.
Let's go.
So it's actually on TV. At least this first one. I don't know. I want to lean us still, but being on the road, I don't know how we respond. I don't know how we react. It might not phase us one damn bit.
I mean,
it might
about it.
not.
We were on the road in Texas.
Right, just neutral site, but also that's gassed up because you're in a pro thing. This is somebody's home. Like, you haven't stepped into an area to where you are fully not welcome.
So would perhaps say they haven't stepped into a danger zone?
Yes, the danger zone. So this is the first time we're doing that. 2-1 here. Arkansas fans were ecstatic. Not saying that but I'm just saying for the first road test to be a top 25 matchup. If you go 2-1. We're ecstatic. If you go 3-0,
give me a sweep.
Yeah, if you go 3-0 here, this team's for real. Not saying anything about Vandy and that sweep and how Vandy would be better. It was also at Vandy. Home field matters. I don't know where they beat us because no one's scoring on our starters. So as long as our starters keep doing what they're doing, it's going to be a low-scoring affair. If they can just stay where they're at.
Stay
Through
the
the
course.
first 4 to 5 innings,
Sure.
this should be a 1 to 2 run game. Like it should be, unless we come in with the bats and just light this kid up. Because Vandy did on Friday. Vandy beat him 11-1. So their number one guy got gassed up. The only game they were in was Sunday.
Yep.
And that's Molina. So
who is our Friday guy?
Right.
Playing
So
on Sundays.
I'm just saying, pitching should keep us in every game. If we can just jump out on them early, we might stretch it and they might fold because they felt hard against Vandy. So I'm hoping for a sweep. I'm very happy with the 2-1.
Yeah.
Very, very happy.
As long as you win the series.
Yep,
I
doesn't
think,
really
As
matter.
an Arkansas fan, you're happy.
If you're playing someone in the top 25, you just want to win the series, especially being the first road test. I don't know how we're going to be on the road, but I would love to see these gray uniforms and these guys be hyped up and go kick somebody's ass at their own field. Like, I feel like we're getting a little too comfortable being at home and loving on the fans and everybody going crazy. I want you to get on the road and have some adversity and just wax them. I want this team to come in and be like, F these guys, because they're going to be souped up. You have number one by your name. So they know that if they can do this, they can throw you off what you're doing. And if we lose 2 of these games, we're not going to be number one next week. Oregon State's going to slide into that spot. So not saying that's a big deal to us right now. We just want to be in the top 16. That's all we care about.
That's all that matters.
But 2-1, 3-0 this weekend. I'd love to see a sweep. Love to see it.
It is not going to hurt our rankings.
Not at all. The end.
The end. That's all I got for Pigwall. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good.
But I'm asking, how you doing? How you really doing?
I'm doing good. I started a new adventure.
Yeah, you did.
Of part-time, and I'm standing on people's roofs. And it's a new fear for me.
It's a new job just to stand there.
No, I work for a new roofing company that I am getting on people's roofs and doing what's the word?
Inspections.
Inspections. Don't know why that's a hard word for me to remember, but got on a roof and have a new fear of falling off the roof. Not the heights. Falling off the roof is real for me.
Do you think that was embedded in our brains from watching the Santa Claus?
Possibly. It was weird.
Get you a rope.
It was weird. I got the boots and everything. Still kind of had this weird uneasy vibe, but I did it. And maybe it goes away over time.
Yeah, you'll smooth that out in no time.
But also found out a few things.
What's that?
I learned something my first day besides roofing. There are, in this man's yard, it is in a fence. He had 3 dogs.
3 dogs.
1 horse.
1 horse.
1 miniature horse.
Okay.
1 donkey.
Okay. You got to have a donkey, though.
1 ostrich.
Get the fuck out of here.
It was a dinosaur. I swear on my life. He had all of them in one fence.
I say, how is the ostrich not killed other things? Ostriches are like vicious.
He looked like a dinosaur.
No.
This was in a guy's front yard in a tall chicken wired fence.
Like
and they're all just walking around.
In town?
Like way out Colonel Glenn.
Okay. So he's not in city limits.
No, he out there. But it was insane. I've never seen an ostrich before at someone's house.
No.
Especially in Little Rock, Arkansas.
I've only seen one at the zoo.
Right. This man had it in the front yard. I thought it was a statue because it wasn't moving. And we drove by it and that thing goes, and when it turned its head, I was like, that's alive. Seriously, that's what
you were in Jurassic Park.
Yeah, that's what I felt like. If I would have went out there, I would have started hearing the music. Like, it was awesome. I wish I would have took a picture or video of like how all these creatures live in one fenced-in area and they all must be friends. 3 dogs.
That's a children's book if I ever seen
it was
it.
Awesome. So yeah, that's what I learned is that there are ostriches in people's yard.
That's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
My nanny had an emu once.
Okay. I only know an emu from the commercial. Emu.
Oh yeah. emu. No, but I've never seen an ostrich.
Me neither.
That's
I could have got out and like attempted to wrestle, feed,
No.
pet, slap.
Those things kick you and they headbutt you.
I would imagine he's like a peck.
Have you never
his
seen?
neck is like 7 foot long.
You never seen Dude, Where's My Car?
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
mean, I'm still not technically afraid of them until they start probably chasing me. They're also massively tall.
Yeah, they can run like 35 miles an hour for like 2 hours.
But I'm just saying, if I look in there and like there's a miniature horse and a donkey and a horse and 3 dogs in there, maybe this thing is not as aggressive.
And
as
they all have the same name. It's Bill.
So maybe it's not. I don't know. But it was kind of cool.
That's great.
Other than that, I'm doing great. I don't really have anything crazy going
You
on.
got to go to the Arkansas game on Saturday.
I did.
You did.
I did. I got sunburnt. So if you go to the pig pen, guys, and you sit in it,
You mean the hog pen?
I always call it the pig pen.
Okay.
I don't know why. But the sun will set, and it's a day game, on your left side. I got cooked all here, and I knew it would happen. My ear is still hot, and today's Wednesday, and we went Saturday. So if you go, lather up the left side, and I tan pretty easily, but it left a great mark. But I went to the game. Brady was great through 4 innings, struggled in the 5th. It was a snooze fest when it came to like hitting
Up until
we go back to back to back. We had a 6-run 1 inning, and that was the entire game. But it was incredible. Their pitcher had a no going into the fifth inning, and boom, Stovall hits one to the moon. Turns around, Aloy hits one into the pig pen. Turn around. It was awesome. They call him Vahiva.
Vahiva?
They do a V.
Vahiva?
Yeah. Vahiva Aloy is what he says.
Okay.
And he comes out, him and Souza both have an island vibe when they're playing music. It's fantastic.
Of course they do.
It's so cool. And then instead of doing this, so they do this to the hog pen. They do this.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, they do that when they run by.
I do that. I don't know why. I've always.
It's fantastic. But and then Diggs goes oppo taco and clears the fence, I swear, by this much. Like this. It didn't even make it to the hog pen. It landed in between.
Yeah.
But it was insane to go back to back to back. Aloy was the next pitch. Diggs was like 4 pitches later.
Yeah.
But on Friday, we have to give this shout out. I don't know if he'll ever see it, but Souza. Nolan Souza goes 2 home runs.
That's
the
DH.
second home run went over the complex.
That's insane. Give him his balloons.
It went over the complex. Like, it didn't land on it. It didn't bounce off of it. It cleared it. I don't think anybody really paid attention. My cousin Landry, if you're watching, really said, pay attention to that. I've never seen one go that far. He cleared the building.
So far.
I mean, that's like 460.
Yeah.
And it was launched to the moon. But to clear that building, I think that's the farthest home run I've ever seen. We didn't see it on TV how it landed, but he said in person, dude, it cleared that building. Which the only thing behind that building is like there's grass ditch and then a street. So he almost hits it to the fucking road. Insane. Had the time of my life. We swept them. Loved every minute of it. I love Fayetteville. And they had a pub crawl there.
Yep.
So my buddy John, shout out to John if you ever watch this, who is my best man now. He accepted.
Oh, congratulations. Good job, John.
He accepted in true fashion. If you watch that video, he's such an idiot, but I love him. John decided to pub crawl, and to get a shirt, you had to go to like 15 pubs and get a drink. It was 6:30. It was 6:30 p.m. John already had the shirt on. And so I asked him, right?
Wow.
He's tipsy. He's not drunk.
Just
he's tipsy. He's
what,
tipsy.
Did you take a sip?
I don't know.
Even if I buy a drink, no matter what the drink is, this is how much of a lightweight I am. Even if I just like,
you feel it.
bro, I'm not making it halfway through that.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna be to the 8th bar and just.
John cracks me up. I pull out this his present to ask him, and it's a tequila bottle etched on the back. It says John Snell, Jeremy's best man. And so he like puts it up. He can't read it because it's like he can't see. And then finally he goes, "Oh my God, that's so cool. How'd you get someone to do that?" Instead of answering the question, he just asks that. So I look at him. I said, "Will you do it?" And I'm gonna say what he said. So I'm sorry if anybody doesn't like cussing. But he looks at me and goes, "Fucking duh. Are you on drugs?" So John is my best man. I got him some shot glasses. One with the middle finger up, and then 2 with his name on it. And I'm so excited. This is awesome, yes. Man. So John was in my first wedding. My other best friend Steven was my best man. So this go around, I think I got it finally right with Care Bear.
Right? Yeah.
And I believe that John should be the one to do it. And so he's my first of many people I'm asking to be in a role at my wedding.
Oh, he was the first? I didn't know he was
He
the
was
first.
the first person I asked was the best
that's
man.
beautiful.
So I still have a few more people to ask a certain kind of question to, but I had to get John out of the way first.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, so I'm just glad he said yes. I'm super excited, John, and everybody else to be on the lookout to see who gets asked next.
Who's next? Who gets the next rose on The Bachelor?
Right. But that's it.
God,
It was fun.
Please give the next couple guys roses.
No. All right. So other than that, I'm doing great. So how are you doing? You've been gone.
I'm exhausted.
You weren't here last week. I rode
No.
solo dolo. We had to go a little later this week
Yeah.
because bad communication on Monday. I worked the new job yesterday. I worked today. We finally got it in. How are you? It's been 12 days.
I'm exhausted.
What's going on?
Well, I had the work trip, which was a lot. A lot of training, a lot of drinking information from a fire hose, jumping from session to session. As soon as I get back, I literally flew in Wednesday morning. I left on Friday, came back Wednesday, flew in, drove straight from the airport to school to make sure I made it to class. Did that, and then on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, caught up to all the class that I'd missed. All the homework that I had missed and I'd kind of put off because I was trying to make, work a priority. Put all of it off, had to write a couple papers, had to take a couple tests. It was a lot, and I came back to a crap storm at work. I know this doesn't make a lot of sense to a lot of people, but on Friday, I didn't open. There were 6 customer complaints open on Friday. So I had
Is that a lot?
I average like 2 a week.
Okay. So it's
And
like
so on
triple.
Friday, 6 service orders came in at 6 different hospitals.
Love it.
Oh my gosh. So then this week, turn around this week, I had a flag football tournament on Sunday. We won, 4-0. 4-0. Rocked that.
Hasn't lost a tournament yet.
Hasn't lost a game.
Well, that's even more impressive. I thought it was just tourneys.
No, I haven't lost a game in the last 3 tournaments.
Hmm.
And we have another one on Saturday in Mesquite, Texas.
Nasty.
But it's a big one. This one's going to
test you.
This one's going to test us because we have like big name teams coming to this one.
Okay.
And we're going in the higher divisions, so we'll see how it goes.
Okay.
But yeah, so then turn around. I did the tournament on Sunday, and then worked 20 minutes after the tournament. Drove down the street to a hospital, worked for an hour, drove 2 hours home after that. Turned around. Thank goodness that it's spring break. Didn't have any school this week, but like I said, I had that crap storm at work.
Yeah.
I've been trying to get into places nonstop. And you don't know, but it's hospitals. You get there, and the plan was for me to be there at 1, and then
Never goes as planned.
Yeah, we're not going to be here till we're not going to be done till 3. Okay, I'll wait till 3. You wait till 3. It's 5:45, 6 o'clock. And then it comes 5:45, 6 o'clock, and I'm like, I can't wait much longer. And those kind of things, and so it's just planning and things like that. So no, I'm exhausted.
It's a lot.
I'm getting, but
you're good.
I'm good. I'm a really
You
good.
just got a lot going.
It's not like I'm losing sleep. I'm a great sleeper. I can fall asleep anywhere on the planet within like 10 minutes. So I'm just exhausted. I'm fine. It's life. Life
just
is
tired.
Life is busy.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
We said it was the past couple weeks. It's been like the busiest time of your life. So
it has. I mean, this year, from January to now has been the busiest I've ever been. As far as work is kind of doubled for me because I have my job and then I have my program that work has me on, and then I have school, and so it's like I said, it's the busiest I've ever been with life. So it's just trying to learn how to balance it, and getting my quality time. But other than that, I'm great. Kids are great. Wife's great. Life's great.
Perfect. So we're good.
We're good.
We're just stressed a little,
a lot,
and we're just running ragged, and we're both kind of doing that.
but we're here for you guys.
Yes,
for ourselves.
here nonstop.
We're here for
Also,
ourselves. But
I want to give a shout out.
Shout out.
A few people. I don't even know. I know one word. One knows.
You're pulling out the.
Well, yeah, I wanted to move a little bit. So, my buddy Ian, who just lost his mother, we love you, Ian, got me this awesome Mark Martin car up here, this diecast car. Brought that to me as a gift. Had to put it on the podcast. He also got me on my Ryan Blaney car. So this weekend, went to the raceback game, got me, it's on this side, it's hard for you to see. This is they call it the Hog Tune. And so this is Brady Tiger. This guy wrote it and he signed it for me. That's actually a real signature. It's pretty impressive. It looks like a print.
Yeah, it does.
But he did that. And then how do I say it? Like, he's a part of my family, my cousin's husband.
Cousin by
That's
marriage. Yeah.
That's what cousin by marriage.
Yeah, I guess so.
Zach, who's like my brother, said on the first episode, we said, raise hell, praise Dale.
You said that. I don't even know what it means.
You, me, and number 3. All right. Dale Earnhardt, the GOAT of NASCAR. I said, who are you going to say? Who are you? How dare you? Got this amazing flag. I can't even go this way with it. It's too long. It goes all the way to over here. So I laid it this way. Raise hell, praise Dale. I love it. We're going to need more room. Like, at first we were just going to leave it up here. But then if people are going to be giving us gifts and like want it on the studio, who am I
to say no
to that? So we might fill this up. I had to move
I've got my strikeout.
I had to move that over there. It was just going to stay on my side. I had to move that until Jordan starts to fill up his side, and then we'll move it somewhere else, or we'll just have it out.
I'll put the shorts that match that amazing jersey.
You can't
up there
do that.
Right
you
under.
can't do that.
You can hang them right here,
guys.
What do you mean I can't?
The only way Jordan can change his side is if you give him a gift, because that's what I've done.
I don't want gifts.
Well, I'm saying
I'm
like
a terrible gift receiver.
Me too. But the only add-ons that I've done have been gifts. They haven't been just me. Like, Carrie got me the Josh Allen. My mom got me the beer can. Ian got me the 2 cars. Zach got me this. I did get this at the game, but I'm going to keep it up until, because Brady's my favorite. I'm going to keep it up until the season is done. But yeah, I just want to say thank you to everybody.
To a game and get him to sign it.
That'd be sick. But I just want to say thank you to everybody that's gotten us a gift for the podcast. Like, this means a lot to us. And we're just starting out. We're having a good time. But for our family and friends to actually say, hey, I got you something, that's pretty cool. So I just want to say thank you. I love it. My side's filling up quick. We got to fill up Jordan's side too, but I still got some space here. I still got some space. But yeah, I just want to say thank you. And we love y'all. I got a would you rather.
Oh, yes.
I got a would you rather. Would you rather? Ooh, okay. Take 5. We're going to go. This is off the cuff.
Off the cuff.
Would you take 5 scooter shots to the shin?
Anything else?
But you said that one time, and then I said that.
You're right. You're right.
Or paper cuts in between each
paper cuts.
Finger.
Give me the paper cuts.
Each finger, each toe.
That's 20.
Yeah. And
how deep of a paper cut?
I don't know. Just full, as deep as this person wants to go. 20 paper cuts. Time out. So toes, fingers, and nipples. Paper cut to the nipple.
What?
Yep. Or 5.
What is wrong with you?
5 hard scooter shots to the shin.
What is wrong with you?
That's your question, folks.
Oh my God.
5 scooters off the shin. If you had a scooter growing up, you know how bad that hurts, and you have to watch it. You can't avoid it. You can't close your eyes. They hit you, and you have to watch that. Or you get paper cuts in between your fingers, your toes, and on your nipples. Yeah. Which one you doing?
I'm taking the paper cuts.
Yeah.
Because my shins
Slice me up, daddy-o.
My shins are already sensitive.
Yeah, here's what I'm thinking. The paper cuts are going to suck for sure, and I'm going to have a burn for probably 2 days. Yeah. But the bruising from the 5 off the shin will last weeks.
It could crack your shin.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's only 5. 5 quick ones.
No, ain't nothing quick about that.
All right, so I'm going paper cuts as well. Yeah. Slice me up. Call me Edward Scissor Tits.
What's your pick?
Yeah.
You're a psychopath.
Yeah. I'll have milk coming out of my nips going like a sprinkler system. Just
I got nipples, Greg. Can you milk me?
Ugh. Oh, slice me up, daddy-o.
Slice me up.
All right, everybody. That's going to do it for episode 8 of the We'll See You Later podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we did, going through the bracket, talking about the hogs, talking about your nipples being sliced off. Man, we touched up on it all. We really did. I had a good time on this one. This might be a longer episode, so thank you so much for bearing with us. Thank you for everybody that is going to give us these amazing gifts throughout our entire podcasting career. And yeah, brother, close us out, sir.
Yeah, thanks for holding with us through this bracket. It's going to take up the majority of the episode, but I feel like it was a fun little episode to do, and I like to do stuff like that. I like to play off the cuff of what we normally do. So I hope everyone enjoyed that and kind of stays with us through it. Other than that, I hope everyone's doing well. I hope you're all happy. If not, do something that makes you happy. And that's going to do it for me. And that's going to do it for us, guys. Thank you so much and enjoy. Have a great week. We love you.
We do. And 3 things to live by. Don't piss into the wind. Hogs by 90. Never trust a fart. And until next time, we'll see you later.